Have you ever made a decision that looked right on paper but felt a little off? Or maybe you ignored that subtle little nudge in your gut only to later regret it? That's the classic battle, ego versus intuition. Today, we're diving deep into the difference between ego and intuition, how to recognize them, how they influence your choices, and how to align with the one that leads you to the most authentic and abundant life. If you've ever asked yourself, is this fear or guidance? This is the video for you. Make sure to like and subscribe and stay to the end of the video where I'll share a powerful practice you can use to instantly tune into your intuition. Have you ever found yourself torn between what your gut is telling you and what your ego really wants? This is a common dilemma many of us face as we try to navigate the complexities of our own decision-making process. Our ego and intuition are two powerful forces that shape our decision-making, often in conflicting ways. Many people struggle to distinguish the voice of their ego and the whispers of their intuition. The ego is loud and demanding, pushing us to achieve success and recognition, while the intuition is often softer and more subtle, guiding us toward our deepest desires and values. The ego is not your enemy. It's your survival mechanism. It's that voice in your head that says, watch out, play it safe, don't take risks. What will people think? That might be too dangerous for you. From a psychological perspective, the ego is the identity that you've built over time. Your name, your story, your accomplishments, your fears. It's the I that needs validation, control, and predictability. Key signs that you're acting from your ego are urgency or pressure. You're motivated by fear or comparison. There's a need to prove something, and you obsess how others will perceive you. This was me for many years after I discovered I was a high priestess and went through the ceremony. I didn't want anyone to really know or talk about it. What would they think? What would they say? What would I say? But after several years of soul searching, meditating, and praying, I was able to hear the whispers of my spirit and my intuition that said, go forward with it. Teach the world what you know. Be in the world as a high priestess. Now that was my intuition. Intuition is the quiet inner knowing, and intuition doesn't beg. It just knows. Intuition is deeply connected to your body, your soul, and your higher self. It's often the first whisper right before your ego shouts in with doubt. It really is a felt sense and not a rational explanation. Signs that you're being guided by intuition. You feel calm, even if the choice feels big. There's a sense of expansion and lightness. The answer comes quickly without overthinking. You don't feel the need to justify it. It just feels right. Now let's bring this into the real world with some examples. Example 1, relationships. Ego says, stay. You've invested too much time. Intuition says, you've outgrown this. Let go. Example 2, career. Ego says, take the job with the title and the money. Intuition says, say yes to the opportunity that aligns with your purpose, even if it's scary. Example 3, money. Ego says, save every penny. There's never enough. Intuition says, invest in what expands you. Money flows when you're in alignment. When you begin to recognize these voices, you become a master of your reality and not a victim of your conditioning. Here's a quick process and a few questions you can ask yourself. First, pause and step back. Ego loves urgency. Now feel into your body. Is there contraction or expansion? Then ask, if fear wasn't in the picture, what decision would I choose? Ask yourself, is this love really deciding, or is it fear? And the intuition always leads with trust. So when my kids were younger and I wanted to teach them about their ego voice and their intuition voice, I had a really fun game that we played, and it even works into adulthood. I still use this today. We called it the light and heavy game. When they had a decision to make, I asked them what felt lighter, and somehow they always knew. Again, our intuition goes by feeling and not thinking. So by asking what feels lighter, you automatically go toward the intuitive choice. The intuition can feel light and the ego can feel very heavy. This was a quick and easy way I wanted them to start deciphering between their ego and their intuition, what felt heavy and what felt light. As they grew into adulthood, I often chuckled because we still did this exercise. And if there was anything that I thought this choice would be better for them, they actually did the light and heavy exercise and said, but Mom, choice A feels a lot lighter to me than choice B. And all of the time, I tell them to go with the choice that feels lighter and trust your intuition. So try that exercise. Use the light and heavy game for yourself and teach it to those around you. Have fun with it, and you will begin to recognize the voice of your intuition. The ego is very tight, it's mind-based, and it's very contracted. Intuition lives in your heart, lives in your gut, and it flows like water. When you live from intuition, your energy becomes magnetic. You stop chasing and you just start attracting. You become a match for the life that's already aligned with your soul. Let's close with a quick intuitive tuning process. So relax your body, breathe in deeply, hold, and exhale. Let's do this several more times. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Inhale, feel the oxygen filling up your cells as you hold. Exhale. Exhale any worry or fear. Now, in this relaxed state, I would like you to ask yourself, in what area of my life have I been led more by fear rather than faith or trust? Now contemplate this area of your life and ask yourself, what would love choose? Breathe into the answer. If you have a big decision that's coming up, do this exercise. Ground yourself in your body, get relaxed, take a few deep breaths, and ask yourself, what would love choose? And feel into that decision. Let that be your compass today. That light and heavy game, I still use it to this day. And it's gotten me through some really tough questions in life. Although sometimes the decisions felt scary, in the long run, everything worked out perfectly for me. Now, if this video resonated with you, please hit the like and subscribe and share it with someone who may be in the crossroads of a big decision in their life. And drop in the comments, I'm choosing intuition. Until next time, trust your knowing. Mahalo!